Hey, good morning. Welcome to Soaring Solo with Stacy. Soaring Solo is a community of single mothers who are determined to fly above our society's expectations by rising above our circumstances. Yeah, and setting an example for our children. So today we are going to start a 3-part series on getting healthy. And we're going to talk about your physical health, your mental health, and your emotional health, because it's all really important. Why is it important to stay healthy? Well, for one thing, especially as single mothers, even more so than anyone else, I don't know about you, but I don't want somebody else raising my child. So it's important for me to stay healthy so that I can be here to raise my own child. I want to be around for that. It's important in general to have the energy that we need to keep up with all that we have to do, right? So many reasons that it's super important. It builds your immune system. Think about this. If you get sick as a single mother, who takes care of your kids, right? Oh my gosh. You got to suck it up, and it's hard. So if you can keep yourself healthy mentally, physically, and emotionally, you're going to be able to handle things a lot better, right? We all have our moments. There are going to be times when you get sick. You've got to learn to deal with it. But it's a lot easier to get through life healthy. So let's make it happen. I go back to when I first became a mom, and I had a friend of mine who was single with no kids, and someone that I hung out with forever. I love her to death, but I wasn't feeling real great. I could feel myself coming down with something. I was getting sick, and she said, this is what she told me to do. She says, well, just take some NyQuil and pass out, for like 24 hours, and then you'll be fine. I'm like, I can't pass out for 24 hours. I have a 2-year-old to take care of. Right? Oh, yeah. So a lot of, when you're married, hopefully you have a spouse that will help you out. But if you are not married, it's you. It's you. You got to call in the troops if you get sick. So we want to stay healthy. All right. So let's talk about physical health today. We're going to talk about mental health and emotional health in the weeks to come. Okay. If you know somebody that could benefit from this, by all means, feel free to share it or tag them in it or send this to them in Facebook Messenger or however. I would love to help as many people as I can, but I want to talk about physical health today. And there are 3 key components to physical health. And the first part is diet. Yeah, I'm going to talk about what you're eating, y'all. I'm not going to tell you what to eat because I think that's something you got to figure out for yourself. I know what works for me, what gives me energy, what makes me feel good, and what doesn't make me feel good, and I stick to that. But you may need to figure it out for yourself. Now, I don't have a problem telling you how I eat. I'd be happy to share that with you. Private message me, and I'll do that privately. I'm not going to put it on here. Do your thing, okay? But find a diet that makes you feel good, that gets you at the weight that you need to be, your perfect weight. Because let's face it, we Americans are way overweight. What does that tell you? We are not eating healthy, right? And what healthy is, I think, is not necessarily what the government's been telling us all these years, but that's my conspiracy theory going. So I am going to touch a little bit on diet and what I believe, because I think it's universal and it can help everyone. So be prepared for that. But let's talk about weight. I was extremely overweight 3 years ago, extremely overweight. I have lost 60 pounds. I have about 40 more to go. It's been a battle. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. The first part of it was easy. I found what worked for me and the weight fell off. It was awesome. I'm struggling again. And there's a reason I'm struggling again. I'm gonna get to that in a minute. But here's the thing. The difference between Stacy 60 pounds ago and Stacy 60 now 60 pounds less, Stacy now, is enormous. And the biggest thing is I have energy. I have much more energy than I did 3 years ago, when I probably needed it more because my son was younger and he was harder than heck to keep up with, right? Can you feel me? It's exhausting when you're carrying extra weight around. So I probably had an extra 100. I still have an extra 40. I probably had an extra 100 pounds on me that shouldn't have been there. And I'm carrying that extra 100 pounds around while I'm trying to chase a 2-year-old through the store. Are you kidding me? I was exhausted, which exhausted makes you cranky, right? So getting that weight off made a huge Huge difference. I know we tend to not take care of ourselves as moms. That's the other thing that I remember from my son's younger years is it was all about him, which was not a bad thing. I wanted to take care of my child. That's super important. However, I found myself just not taking care of me. So I would eat his leftovers plus what I ate. I would still fix myself a plate, and then what he didn't eat, we can't let that go to waste, right? So that put the extra pounds on. I was not choosing healthy choices at all. I was choosing what was cheap, which that's a battle for a lot of single moms if you can't afford healthier foods. But I will tell you, y'all, that is an excuse too, because yes, healthier foods do tend to be more expensive. However, it usually doesn't take as much to satisfy you or fill you up. Get your body used to it. So diet was a huge thing for me. Like I really struggled with my diet. And there's a couple things that I want to advise you. So if this is a problem with you, if you're not eating healthy, if you are overweight, I implore you to get that under control. And one of the most important things you can do is kill the sugar intake. Get it out of the house. Stop eating the sugar. Sugar is poison, okay? Sugar tastes delicious, but we all know that things that are really tasty and wonderful aren't always the best things for you. And I will tell you, once your body gets used to not having that sugar, it kind of tastes weird once you start tasting it again, okay? So you can train your body and your taste buds to go, not for me. Get the sugar out of your diet. I'm gonna tell you something else. If you can get it out of your diet, it's gonna eliminate it more from your children's diet, and they don't need it either. The sugar feeds cancer. Sugar has been linked to things like ADHD, like autism. So kids do not need the sugar either. I always use the excuse, well, my son is young. He wants a sucker. He wants some candy. He likes McDonald's, whatever, all these unhealthy things. But you know what? They don't need them. They won't die without them, right? Okay, in fact, they're gonna last a lot longer. They're gonna be a lot healthier if you can eliminate those things. So whatever you decide, I really want you to look at that. Sugar is one of the biggest problems in our diet today. It kills your immune system. So we're just coming out of this whole COVID thing, and I don't care what you believe about the COVID thing. The bottom line is if you can stay healthy, you are gonna have a much better chance of either not contracting this wacky disease in all of its little mutant forms, or you're going to have a better chance of recovering from it. So keep your body healthy to start with. Sugar kills your immune system. The more sugar you eat, the easier it is to catch diseases. Did you know that? Go look it up. It's true. I'm not just talking smack. Same thing with processed food. So I would say if you want to start somewhere, do your thing, research it, but get rid of the sugar, get rid of the processed foods. If a food was made in a lab instead of grown by God, whether it be an animal or a plant, okay, it's probably not good for you. Stop eating fake food. Your body doesn't know how to digest that. So your body's working so hard at digesting these chemicals, these foods that aren't really foods, that your body it wasn't built for that. It doesn't know what to do with it. And so it's working so hard at digesting that and trying to figure out what to do with it that it's not fighting off diseases, y'all. So we got to stay healthy for our kids. So watch what you're eating. Make it a priority to improve your health, and therefore you'll be improving your kids' health too, because they're going to eat what you have in the house. Stop having it in the house. Okay. Exercise. Let's talk about exercise. I am not a fan of exercise. Okay. I'm just going to lay it out there. I don't love to exercise. I'm not one of these people that exercises to relieve stress. I am not one of these people that's like, I think I'm just going to go on a run. I don't love it. Okay. I don't, but it is necessary. And I do feel good when I do something. So get up and move. Okay. You don't have to go run a marathon tomorrow. In fact, I highly recommend that you don't, because you're not ready for it if you haven't been exercising at all, right? Start small. I don't care if you take a walk up and down your street a couple of times. If that's all you can do to get started, at least you're moving. I was just talking to another group of people earlier today that I coach, and I was telling them I love to dance. Okay, I'm not a good dancer. I shake it like a white girl, but I like to dance. You can turn on some good dance music and I will get my groove on. All right, it's embarrassing. I'm not going to do it I might do it in public. You just never know. But it's good exercise. So I don't care if you kick the music up while you're cleaning the house or when you're just bored and you don't have anything else to do. It's better than sitting on the couch watching TV. Kick the music up and shake your booty. Okay, it's good exercise. Walking is also great for clearing my mind. I do walk regularly. Do I love to walk? I've learned to love it, not because of the exercise, but because it kind of gives me a chance to release the stress. So it works twofold. That works for my mental health as well as for my physical health. I also just discovered this figure 8 workout. Thank you, Gabrielle. She introduced this to me and I am loving it. It's super fun because it's almost dancey and I like to dance. And I'm not that coordinated. So I have to be careful not to pick something that takes too much coordination because that's work. I don't want to do work, right? But exercise is super important. And it's, again, not just important for you, but it's important for your kids. And when your kids see you exercising regularly and taking care of your body, they will do the same. We talk about it all the time. Childhood obesity in the United States is out of control. Well, part of it's because we feed our kids processed foods and sugar, and they sit on the couch and watch TV, or they sit there and play video games all day long. So you have a chance to change the future of your family, starting with yourself by eating healthier and getting up and moving, right? Super important. The third part of physical health that I want to talk about real quick is just your overall immune system and your overall health. Multivitamins, vitamin deficiencies, things like that. I take a really good multivitamin every day. I do I'm an essential oils junkie, so we don't take any kind of medication as far as like Tylenol or anything like that. I use oils for everything. I firmly believe in natural. Again, the medications, just like the food, when it's created in a lab, you're going to have side effects. You're going to have issues with it. But when it's natural and created by God, it works. It's crazy. So investigate that. Find a good holistic mentor. Look for some natural remedies for things instead of just popping a pill. And honestly, I've had lots of people make comments like that. Well, I just want to take a pill to get rid of my headache. Okay, good for you. But do you know that my peppermint oil gets rid of my headaches a lot faster than that pill does? So stop it. Stop making excuses, right? So think about what things can you switch out? Be careful about things like your cleaning products. The chemicals in that are horrific. Go find something natural to clean with. Do you know how cheap it is? Like vinegar, and vinegar cleans like everything. Okay. Not my favorite smell, but it cleans pretty much everything and it's pretty cheap, right? So think about things like that as opposed to bleach and I won't name names, but chemical laden products. These are not good for you to breathe in. They're not good for your kids either. So help yourself, help your physical health in that respect as well. As a matter of fact, I went to the doctor for my annual checkup at the beginning of the year, and she made a comment to me that has stuck with me. I've been kind of like, and don't misunderstand, I still use chemicals some. I'm really trying to eliminate them, but I'm not perfect in this by any means. But I've been on this more natural journey for the last probably 5 years. It's kind of been a gradual thing. And one of the things that she said to me that really stuck with me, and I credit the more natural lifestyle to this, okay? She said, "You are the only patient I have your age that is not on any medications." I almost had a heart attack. Are you freaking kidding me right there? That almost did me in, right? I am not that old, y'all. I'm only 23. No, I'm just teasing. I'm about to turn 50. And it's creeping around the corner. And that's not that old, you guys. To be the only patient that she has that is not on any medications, that breaks my heart. Y'all, get yourself healthy so you can be around for your kids. You are not going to be young forever. Your body's going to need to be taken care of. It's going to. I wish I would have started this years ago. I'd be in even better shape than I am now. And I feel pretty good about where I'm at. I seriously, if you would like some tips that I have used as far as my diet, my exercise routine, and my natural lifestyle, I would love to chat with you about that. You can private message me. I would be more than happy to help you out. If you think this would be beneficial for someone else, please feel free to share it. Join our Soaring Solo with Stacy Facebook group. That's for single mamas specifically. And, help some other people maybe with this. And next week, we're going to talk about, then the next 2 weeks, we're going to talk about mental health and emotional health. So you won't want to miss that, okay? I hope you guys have a fabulous weekend, and I will talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.